your substance where it can do most good. I'm Darla LeDoux with AlignandProfit.com, and that quote from Working with the Law was crucial for me in building my business from a place where I was just hoping to pay the bills to where I'm actually bringing in revenue 10 times what I initially ever thought possible. And I want to share a little bit about that with you. Give your substance where it can do most good. What does that mean? That means that you are packaging and pricing your services in a way that you connect with your ideal clients who want to pay you for what you do. And it can do most good because they are invested in the outcome that you have created just for them to receive from you. So let's take a look at how do you package your services and how do you price your services in a way that's in alignment with the truth of who you are and what you have to offer. So this is video 3 in this series. In video 1, we talked about the flip-flop styles, the mental chatter and the old patterns that get in the way of being super clear about who you are. In video 2, we talked about your profit styles and how you can use those to actually get clarity about your messaging. And today we're going to look at packaging and pricing your services from a place of a flip-flop style as opposed to a place of a profit style. Okay? So here's the thing about packaging your services. We're going to start there. If you are coming from one of those lower level energies that make people quit on themselves, here's how you would approach packaging your services. One way you would do it is you would just let your clients tell you what they need, right? We can kind of pretend like that's service oriented, but in reality, it's not establishing yourself as an expert. So if you're someone who will piecemeal together, let's say you're a copywriter and you will write a blog post and you will write a bio and you will write a sales page and maybe a script for a video, right? And you'll piecemeal those together for a client by asking them what it is they need. You're not the expert. You're letting them run your show, right? How do you package it in a way that puts you as the person who knows exactly what they need? The other way that we get in the way with the flip-flop styles is we put in so much into our package, everything in the kitchen sink, because we're trying to prove our worth, right? We've got this belief that our worth is based on what we offer time-wise, right? And so we're cramming all of these things in. Or we might have a belief that, you know what, I can do everything better than my client, so I'm going to just do it all for them because they're not capable, right? Those places, if you're coming from any of those places, you're going to get tired out and you're probably not going to sell a whole lot, to be honest. If you're coming from a profit style when you're packaging your services, here are some of the things you're going to be thinking about. You're going to be thinking about what exactly does my ideal client need and when, right? You're going to think through the pain they're in at the bus stop. This is part of how I teach this, right? They're in a particular pain. You're inviting them to get on a bus with you and go to a new destination. You're going to think through, what is the pain they're in? Where do they need to go next? What support do they need to get from here to here? And then from here to here, and then from here to here. And you're going to put on your expert hat, your compassionate service provider hat, and you're going to get really clear about what it is they need. The other thing about packaging your services that will be true if you're coming from one of the profit styles is you are going to be the expert and you are going to have a clear point of view about what it is they need. And you're going to teach them what it is that they need to get them from point A to point B, right? As the expert. And you're going to have a firm belief that they can do it. So you're not going to be trying to do it for them. You're not going to be trying to take over. You're not going to be trying to run every area of their life because you know better, but you're going to empower them with the touch points that you have, okay? And you're going to have thought that through. The other thing when you're coming from a profit style is you're going to think about, how do you create a space for them to get the result? So here's, when you're in a flip-flop place, you're trying to control, you're trying to prove, you're letting the client lead, you are not in any sort of faith at that point, right? But if you are coming from a place of knowing you're the container for them to get the result, you're the stand, you're creating the space possible in their life for them to get a particular result, you don't have to do all the work, right? You are empowering them to do the work. You're inviting spirit to help get that work accomplished because you just know the outcome and you're holding that intention so strongly that when they show up and they pay you, they are going to get that result. Okay, that's a little connection, Connie, for you there. So again, you can totally see the difference between packaging your services from a place of fear and scarcity and from a place of really embracing your profit style. Now let's look at then, you've got your services packaged, you know exactly what they need to get them from point A to point B. Now we want to think about how do you price it? How do you charge for all that goodness, right? If you're coming from one of the flip-flop styles, you're going to price it like this. You're going to think, well, what can they afford? They can't really afford much, so I'm going to price it based on what I think they can afford. And you're going to make it up. Or you're going to go research all the competition, look at all the different ways they're doing it, and you're going to price based on being either in line with the research, being more affordable than the research, or being maybe premium to the research, right? You might choose to do it that way. That's all crap in terms of how you price yourself. Here's how you want to price yourself. If you have a fundamental belief that where the desire is present, the way to fulfill it is also present, you're going to price based on what it is you desire. Okay, so you're going to look at what do I want my life to look like? How much money do I want to make? How much time do I want to spend with these clients? How many of those clients can I feasibly work with the way I've packaged my services? And you're going to do the math. So you're going to know that all of your clients together add up to your ideal life. Guess what kind of alignment that creates within you when you're pricing from that place? It is absolutely amazing. Now, sometimes people like to do a gut check because they do the math and maybe they don't entirely believe it. So another profitable way to look at doing that gut check is to say, not what's my dollars per hour, what are other people charging, but to really ask yourself, what is the value I deliver? So remember, you're taking them from the pain at the bus stop to the joy or whatever it is at the destination. What is that transformation worth? It's got nothing to do with your time. It has to do with the outcome, right? So do a quick gut check. If your package comes out to $5,000 and you say, you know what, getting them out of this pain and to this destination, yeah, that's worth $5,000. Go for it, right? If you've got a little hesitancy where you're not certain, A, check yourself because it may be that one of the old flip-flop styles is coming into play, right? But B, just get yourself into a place where you're aligned with that price point and you're clear it's going to create the lifestyle you want. It'll be a whole different experience. Remember, Napoleon Hill, what's his name from Working with the Law? Raymond Hollywell says, give your substance where it can do most good. The way you're going to identify where it can do most good is to package for exactly what they need and charge for exactly what you need, right? And that's going to bring the maximum results for your clients. I'm Darla LeDoux with alignandprofit.com. If you have any trouble with packaging and pricing your services from the place of maximum profit, I want you to visit alignedentrepreneur.com right now and check out the Biz School for Aligned Entrepreneurs. Because in the Biz School, we are going to be doing the inner work that you need to get clear about who you are, what you're about, and what you want, and the outer work that's necessary so that you're pricing yourself and inviting clients in to work with you in a way that is absolutely makes everything possible. I'm Darla LeDoux, alignandprofit.com, and we'll see you in school.